What's up, tubers? Today will be my first shots with the Ruger Mini 14. This is what she looks like right here. I gotta tell you, I love this gun. This is my ideal gun. If SHTF ever happened, I'm grabbing this. I don't care. The AR fanboys can have their gun. This is my gun. I mean, so this specific, back to the subject, this specific Ruger Mini came in 5.56 native, but you can also shoot 223 out of it. So you get the best of both worlds. This is also a newer Ruger Mini, which means it has a thicker barrel and the upgrades they did whenever Ruger decided to do the upgrades to the older models. I think this is serial number 584. I've only shot the gun one time. That's it. I just wanted to do a function check and see if she would shoot. Not surprisingly, she did. And so these next shots will be the first shots that's come out of this gun. Also, little disclaimer, I have not greased up the bolt. It's recommended that you do this before you fire. I didn't, so I did put some gun oil on the bolt though. And if there's any issues with the gun, it's more than likely my fault that I did not grease up the joints and the bolt. Also, this Ruger came with two 20-round box magazines. And I will admit, it took a little bit getting used to at first. But after you practice it for a minute, just know that you can't, my best advice to you is doing this, don't come at it lightly. You know, come at it with some authority and you'll do it. Boom. Like I was fumbling and it was not, you know, being seated perfectly at first, but then I just had enough. And I'm like, I'm the boss of this gun. It's not the boss of me. So after I said that, you know what? I stopped having problems with it. And she started to do exactly what I told her to do. A couple more things to note about this specific Ruger Mini. This is wood. It might look like it's a composite or synthetic stock, but it's wood. They call it the speckled hardwood, is what the Ruger website calls it for. And it's also got, this is the tactical model, and it has a flash hider on the end of it. So let's see how good this tactical model performs. Stand by. Okay, I don't think too many people know about my buddy right here, but he comes out almost every time I shoot. Can you see him? And let me tell you, this is the most tame bunny on earth. This is a wild bunny, and he is totally unafraid of me. Okay, we'll leave him alone to eat. He's gonna run away in a minute when I start shooting anyways. Okay, tubers, this will be my first shots out of the magazine. And that one's unloaded, so let's load up, got the 20 round loaded up with 10. There it is. All right. We're locked and loaded. Of course, you got the M1 Garand safety. Push is fire, back is safety. So it's on safety. And by the way, I'm not shooting at anything specific right now. I'm just shooting at some logs that are sitting there. We're just doing function check. All right, here we go. Hold your ears. Also try to pay attention to the brass being thrown. I'm told that it throws brass 360 feet away. So make sure you pay attention to that. There it is. Last one. She locked open. Okay, I'll have to shoot them side by side to really tell you the truth or not. But just going on my memory right now, I would say this kicks a little bit more than my Springfield St. Victor does. You can't tell the difference. Well, I can't tell the difference just shooting single shots, but when I go to shoot a couple of them in a row, 2 or 3, I can tell that it's just a little bit harder to get back on target. So yeah, just giving you my truthful thoughts on my first impressions of the gun. Even though I like it, I'll still tell you it probably kicks a little bit more than the St. Victor does. Okay, so that's a good function check. Everything worked fine. I wasn't paying attention to the brass, so y'all have to tell me how far it was slinging it. So let's move over to the water and do the water test, because you know I like shooting water. Okay guys, now the water test. You know I love to shoot water. And just as a reference, I'm going to shoot the water first with my Ruger 1022. And yes, that is the new, well, not new anymore, but it is the X22 Magpul stock in OD green. Isn't it gorgeous? Okay, so here we go. Let's shoot the water, 10 shots with the 22. Take it off as a safety now too. Here we go. All right, that was a lot of fun. Now let's get the big brother and do the same thing. Okay. Now the Mini 14. I'm going to fire 10 to 12 shots into the water. Locked and loaded. Here we go. Woo, boy, that's a difference. Are y'all seeing how high the water is going from these shots? All right, I've had my fun, and now I'm going to stop. I got a little wet on that last one. Let's take it out, put it on safe. Go! Sucker ejected it out far. All right, well, that will conclude my test today, or that will conclude my first shots with the Ruger Mini 14 in 5.56 or 2.23. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Make sure to subscribe, because I'm going to be doing some accuracy tests with this gun very soon. See you in the next video. Take care.